What's up, YouTube? It's Black Society TV. Man, today I want to talk about a, uh, a basically a black family that was bombed back in 1985 by the Philadelphia Police Department, amongst other agencies. This family was called the Move organization, and it was started by John Africa um, and his wife. And the thing about the Move organization was the same things that environmentalists do nowadays, the same things that they fight for nowadays, uh, fighting against encaged animals, um, fighting against companies that make they have uh, these warehouses and these basically like plants and stuff that make all kind of plastics and things that harm the nature, that harms the water, the trees, plant life, animals, humans, um, that are stationed by people in neighborhoods, um, that people ingest, and it harms them in the long run. uh, Move was against all of this. um, they were against using products that are harmful to the environment. Things that people, especially white people, fight for today. They're just not as, they don't do what Move did. They don't go to the extreme like Move did. With not even using these products. Like um, environmentalists of today, they fight against it, but they still use the products. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not how Move did it. Like Move did not want to use the products. Um, they did not use combs. They made sure their heads were dreadlocked up. Grew it all the way out. Um, didn't use combs. Um, they didn't want to use any products that have to do with anything. Um, they also Move also, they fought against, well, first of all, John Africa. Okay, 1972 was when he started Move. He was a Korean War vet. He came back from the war. He said he didn't like how 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 the U.S. How things affected people in that war, and he came back with a whole nother state of mind. Uh, and he said he wanted to change that, so he started to Move. It's sort of like and they kept to themselves. I don't know if any white people were able to get in Move or not. I don't think so. Um, it's just like today with those people saying they want an all white town. Well, Move was kind of like that. It was all black people. They had a headquarters right there off of 6221 Osage Avenue in Philadelphia. And what happened to Move uh, was man, it was mind boggling. It's mind boggling. And people try to say that, like, oh, everybody have a chance, everybody have a chance. But what if every time you get a chance and you have something, someone comes and takes it away, knocks it down? Okay. And I see this only really happens to black people, because everyone else is able to build their businesses, build their wealth, and build cities and shopping centers and stuff, and no one says anything about it or tries to do anything about it. Um, but let's get back to moving. Uh, well, John Africa and his wife were arrested And these people had these views. This were their views. You know, they were against bad politicians, police brutality, um, unjust prison sentences, um, encaged animals. They were against all that, and they didn't like seedless foods, and they didn't like processed foods. And this is what Move believed in. Okay, they were targeted because of their beliefs and what they believed in. Okay, they didn't want to do what everybody else did. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to be in that society like we're all in today. They didn't want to be in that society. Okay, they wanted to be amongst themselves. Uh, they didn't want the government at that time didn't want them to be to themselves. Okay, uh, which now everybody is wanting to be separate from black people. But when Move wanted to be separate, they wanted them to be a part of them. It's crazy. But so 1978, he and his wife was, uh, arrested. 1985. Okay. Um, John Africa Jr., which is John Africa's son, and the rest of the Move organization were attacked by police. And listen to this, y'all. 10,000 bullets were shot at the Move organization. 10,000 bullets, around 10,000 rounds. A bomb. They dropped a bomb on their house, their headquarters. 61 homes were damaged by the bomb. It was a military style bomb that the police dropped on these black people, just because they wanted to stay to themselves. Okay, and I'm also tell you this: Move had a thing where they didn't like taking their trash to the trash can, their food, and all that kind of stuff. So they take it and they dig a hole in the backyard. The neighbors and stuff, which were black neighbors, okay, and this is where black people, I'm telling you, they were complaining, saying that they thought that Move were building tunnels. So the police took this as, oh, these people are building tunnels. Oh, well, we got to stop this. It was just an excuse to get at them. So they blew. That's why they blew up um, their headquarters, which they didn't have to do that, man. I mean, come on. 6 adults were killed. 5 children were killed. And listen to this. They took one of the children that died, took their bones and put it in the University of Philadelphia museum. How sick. How sick. Not even days after the child had been murdered. Had been murdered. No one has been charged till this day, 40 years to this day, for the killings of the Move organization people. And it's disgusting. But look, man, that's a little history about the Move organization. But look here, y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.